we've got some benches set up in the brewery as well to replicate a smaller beer hall.
A bit of oompa music.
Yep. And you're going to do the old jig later on after a couple?
Might get up there, yeah, once my duties are done.
Yep.
I'm cooking the German sausage today.
Your duties are never done though.
Yeah, that's true.
Guten Tag and welcome to another episode of A Beer with the Brewer. Matty, how are you today?
Fantastic, mate.
You're looking pretty good.
Aren't I?
Tell us, why are you laced in all of this beautiful gear today?
Well, here we are celebrating our Revel Fest.
Revel Fest.
So why wouldn't you throw on the lederhosen?
Absolutely.
The checks.
You fill it out and wear it very, very nicely.
I fill it out better than I remember, that's for sure.
After a couple of rounds in the tents.
A couple of steins between when I bought it and now.
Knuckles.
But yes, it's nice to whack it back on, feel the theme in the air.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can smell the pork cooking in the background.
Oh no, it's beautiful, 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 beautiful.
The crowd's building. Yeah, so pretty exciting.
Excellent. Well, today down at a Revel 1 at Bulimba, we're having our little Revel Fest, like our Oktoberfest. And today,
here we are.
Perfect
Beautiful.
timing, excellent.
PROST.
We have our little München Helles.
München Helles.
PROST. Our fest beer that Matty and Ren from Blackman's delightfully brewed a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
You want to tell us a bit about this beautiful beer?
We recently did a collab with Blackman's. I think we brewed the beer in May. Mm-hmm. And then Ren and I were talking about him coming back up here and making the return beer. Mm-hmm. We're sort of throwing around different ideas. And a little while back in a past life, Ren and I made a beer very similar to this.
All right.
And did a similar sort of thing, had an event down in Geelong. So we thought, why don't we recreate that beer?
Yes.
So that's what we've done.
Great idea.
So München Helles, which is Munich Helles.
Yes.
Helles in German meaning pale or light. Mm-hmm. So a pale lager. We've called it a fest beer. It's probably a little bit different to a normal fest beer. In Germany, they make the fest beers a little bit stronger. They're generally around sort of 6 to 6.4%.
Bit heavy.
Yeah.
Especially drinking out of litre steins,
you want to be
right?
drinking a litre of.
Oh, wow.
So you're basically drinking IPA.
Yes. No wonder the hill's so congested at the end of the night.
It does get quite merry in those tents. So we've sort of gone in between. The München Helles is sort of just your everyday drinking beer in Munich and that part of the world, in Bavaria. Mm-hmm. So we've sort of gone the middle ground and made this one 5.4.
Excellent, excellent.
We only packaged it yesterday, so being a good German beer, could probably do with a little bit more conditioning. The beer will drop a little bit clearer, but she's tasting pretty good.
Absolutely delightful, everything that you want.
So it's sort of
a German style lager.
Done the best to follow the sort of German brewing style, as much as we can over here. It's all German malts. We use German hops.
Did you get it in 50 kilo bags?
No, I've been trying to get them in 50 kilos, but they won't send them over. So it was actually the first time I'd used these type of hops. I had to add them into our system to order them.
Okay.
So it was Hallertau Blank,
okay,
which is grown sort of about an hour north of Munich.
Why is it blank?
I'm not sure. I think blank means white.
White? Yeah.
So I'm not sure why they've named it that.
Right, okay.
Yeah. There's a couple of different Hallertau sort of sub-varieties. So there's Hallertau Mittelfur, Hallertau and Hallertau Blank. But this one is a little bit more like the hops we normally use, and it exhibits a bit more fruit profile than some of the standard German hops that are noble hops that are a little bit spicy and earthy. Yeah, so that's sort of why we went with this one.
Excellent.
Yeah, so she's come up all right, I reckon.
It's absolutely nice. Not filtered or anything like that, so it's got that beautiful haze in it.
At the moment, you'd probably call it a Keller beer. So a Keller beer, well, Keller in German is cellar. So it's beer basically straight from the tank. So once a year over in Germany, they basically hook up the beer from the tank and serve directly from the tank. And have a bit of a party in the park.
Absolutely.
Call them Keller beers.
Fantastic.
Traditionally, they used to lager the beer in underground caves along the river, where it was cold over winter.
Oh, so it's a very stable kind of condition over there?
Yeah, well it is, and obviously during winter it's quite cold in Germany. And then it'd come to spring, things would start to thaw out, and that's when they'd release the beer.
Geez, that's a That's good. That's a good awakening, isn't it?
So probably, I've just been down in Melbourne, and that's probably similar conditions to parts of Germany. I was sitting down there earlier in the week, and I'm like looking out the window. It's like the rain's coming in on a 45-degree angle.
Right.
It was about 12 degrees in the afternoon. I'm like,
frosty.
In sort of heading towards the first month of spring being done.
Yeah.
So yeah, Germany's sort of similar, probably even colder.
Okay.
So it thaws out, people start to go out again, and then they start releasing the beer straight from the tank.
Mate,
so that's a colour beer.
Sensational.
Which is almost what we've done here. We only kegged this yesterday.
Yeah.
We've got the cans in front of us, but it's the rest of it is being packaged next week.
Yep.
To give it a bit more conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
In parts of Germany, they traditionally will lager, which means to store,
Yes.
the beer for up to 90 days. In modern day brewing, we don't really have the time to do it properly.
No.
So we made this beer about a month ago, so it's enough time to release it. But I guess in another month, 2 months is sort of the time they would release it. All the hails will drop out, all the fine flavours will come together, and it will be beautiful.
Excellent, excellent. And obviously you've visited the great halls of Oktoberfest in Germany.
I have been to a couple of, the beer tents over there.
Yeah? Is this where you get, obviously you did a fairly rigorous testing over there in relation to beers?
Did a bit of R&D while I was there, which is important.
And this is where you came up with like the flavour profiles?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually, when I got back from that trip a couple of years ago, apart from nearly being divorced after taking Hendo on my honeymoon.
Shout out to Hendo.
Obviously over there, it's so traditional in sort of everything they do. There is a few craft breweries, and they're sort of trying to recreate modern beers like American beers and even stuff we're doing in Australia. But you go over there and you're drinking sort of the beer halls that have been around for hundreds of years. I think the oldest brewery over there is almost 1,000 years, so they've been doing it for a while. And they just spend all this time making these beers, and they're quite delicate, the flavour profile, and they sort of need that time to come good. But when I got back from that trip was the first time we made a Helles, if you can recall.
Yes, I did.
We didn't have a party like this for it, but this is the first time since then, a couple of years later, we've made this style of beer. Been lucky that we've been able to throw an event, so we're expecting a decent turnout today.
Got some little Revel Fest beer, half steins. Have we got? We've got some little engravement there. I don't know if you can actually see that, but absolutely perfect vessels for drinking this type of beer.
Absolutely.
And we've got some benches set up in the brewery as well to replicate a smaller beer hall as such.
A bit of oompa music.
And you're going to do the old jig later on after a couple.
Might get up there, once my duties are done. I'm cooking the German sausage today.
Your duties are never done though.
Yeah, that's true. And a bit of some roast pork cooking in the background.
Oh yes.
Make sure, as well as everyone is well watered, well fed.
Absolutely.
That's a big part of the Bavarian culture. They don't only like drinking their beer, they also eat delicious and very hearty and wholesome food.
Line the stomach for drinking that one extra litre of 6%.
So plenty of pork, a bit of sauerkraut to help you digest it.
Oh,
we got some pretzels as well.
I'm looking forward to
Might
all
have a
this
pretzel
stuff.
after this, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, Matty, thank you very much for, one, organising the event and putting this beer together with Ren. It's an absolute pleasure to drink any of you boys'
Ren
drinks.
Couldn't be here today because he's actually at the Oktoberfest in Germany.
Oh, is he?
So
cheeky bugger.
Yeah. So, unfortunately...
We'll let him pass on it, though.
Yeah, he's over in Munich at the moment.
We won't give him too much stick.
Drinking at the beer halls over there.
We should have FaceTimed him, put him in.
Yeah, we could have. I'm not sure what the time zone difference is.
Yeah, it would probably, if it was...
I think it'll be early morning. He's probably asleep by now after drinking a few steins.
Absolutely.
But a shout out to Ren and Blackman.
Yep. Cheers, Ren, for that.
Awesome collab. So no doubt when he gets back, he'll be keen to try it. So we'll send some down to Victoria for them to have it down there.
Definitely. So, all right, Matty. Well, thank you very much. If you guys are around Revel today, I don't know when this podcast is going out. Hopefully, very, very soon. But pop down, have a half stein with us, see Matty in his fantastic outfit, and enjoy the Revel Fest. So, Matty, Prost.
Prost.